Welcome back, viewers. Today we will be testing the Bollinger Band Wide and Narrow indicator. But before we do, if you have not watched our first video and the videos after that, you need to go do that now. At the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team. And as a team, we will all profit from it when we are done. You can find a link to the first video down below. You can also find a link to sign up for TradingView down below. If you use the link below, you will save a little bit of money. You can also find a link below to join us on Discord. Discord is a free group communication platform. On our Discord server, we are having great conversations about all things regarding trading. One of the biggest struggles on this channel is people who use other platforms like MT4 being able to follow along. Sometimes it can be hard to find the indicators we are using on other platforms. And so on our Discord server, I have created a channel for indicator creation. And on that channel, I pinned links to freelancers who can code indicators for MT or for TradingView. So if you don't want to create a TradingView account, you can hire a freelancer for a really small fee and have them code an indicator for the MT platform. Or if you are on TradingView and need an indicator created, something unique or an indicator for a system you have developed, you can also have them code PineScript. So use the link for either MT4 coding or use the link for PineScript. Lastly, I get a lot of people that are asking me for the entire list of all the winning indicators that we have tested to date. And whereas I am not a big proponent of gatekeeping information, I've put a lot of time and effort into creating the content on my YouTube channel. And so I don't think it is too much to ask for the viewers to go through and view the content that I've spent a lot of time creating. Now, if you are not interested in supporting our channel by going back and watching the content that I have created, then I have developed a solution for you. I've created a Patreon account. I will put a link to it down below in the description. If you sign up for Patreon and you sign up for the $9 a month account, I will send you the full list of tested and winning indicators to date. I will also send you an updated list of the indicators that we are testing at the end of each week. Now, of course, you have to stay subscribed to the $9 monthly subscription, to continue to receive the updated list of indicators. But that way it will provide me with the support that I need to continue to provide the free content that I am putting out for everybody to view. Now, if you just love the channel in general and want to support us, then there is also a lower, I think $3 Patreon subscription that you can sign up for that will also help support the channel and keep things going, so that way I can continue to produce the content and the open information that we are creating here in this channel and in our Discord server. Again, if you have not signed up for our Discord, then you need to do that as well. It is a absolutely free platform where we have real-time ability to chat and have conversations about trading. And again, if you want to support the channel with Patreon, then you can find the link down below in the description. Alright, as I said, today we will be testing the Bollinger Bands Wide and Narrow indicator. But before we do, I wanted to put the indicator scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested 173 indicators. And out of 173 indicators, 70 of them have been winners, which means that they have met or exceeded the 60% win-loss ratio threshold that we have set for them. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. But as we are working on building the best trading system possible, you could take any one of those 70 indicators and get out there and start potentially profitably trading the markets with them now. So go back and watch those videos, make a list of those indicators, and get out there and see what you can do with them. But stick with us here as we work on maximizing your trading profits. All right, so today's indicator is the Bollinger Band wide and narrow indicator. This is the same indicator that we tested on the last video. If you watched that video, then you know that we discussed how the Bollinger Band wide and narrow was measuring the expansion and contraction of the Bollinger Bands. And when we tested it in the last video, we basically tested it as green. The green cloud was a buy signal, the red cloud was a sell signal. Now, that can be problematic in the fact that the indicator, again, is testing, it's measuring the expansion and contraction of the Bollinger Bands. And so as it expands with the green expansion of the bands, that is a sign of momentum. And as it contracts and goes into red, that is only signifying that there is a loss of momentum in the price action. It doesn't really have anything to do with what direction the price action is going. And so obviously you can see how that might pose an issue when we are using it for long and short signals. Now, of course, we tested it that way because we like to think out of the box, and often you will find indicators that you can use that are very successful that you are using in a way they were not intended to be used. And so it is always beneficial to really examine an indicator and try to use it in a way that it may not be traditionally made to be used, and see if you can come up with something better. See if you can adapt it, change it, modify it to a system that can ultimately be extremely profitable. Well, we tried it and it didn't work very well on the Bollinger Band wide and narrow. So what do we do? Well, this gets a little bit challenging because technically we are trying to test each indicator on its own merit and its own merit alone. And so if we have to add another indicator that takes place that gives us a signal, whatever that signal may be, not necessarily to go long or short, but if we have to add an indicator in that has to, meet a condition first before the indicator that we're testing, then we're really not testing that indicator on its own merit. What we are doing is we are using it in addition to another indicator. And so, again, that kind of defeats the purpose of trying to find a standalone indicator. And so each indicator should be a building block on the foundation of our trading system. And if the indicator can't meet a specific criteria on its own, then that can be problematic because it becomes a weak brick in the foundation. And the more weak bricks you have in the foundation, the more likely your foundation is going to crumble over pressure once pressure starts to be applied. And so, yeah, it kind of, we start to run into this scenario to where kind of scratch our head and question whether or not we should even continue to test indicators like that. But I have done it on a few other indicators already, and so I felt like, it's only logical that we go ahead and give this one another stab. And ultimately, what we would use this indicator for in this scenario would be as a momentum indicator, as a momentum, a sign of momentum in um, a move, a signal that we've already gotten. And so it definitely wouldn't work as an entry indicator, but it could technically work as, a volume slash momentum indicator. We haven't tested very many of those yet, specifically for that purpose. And that's because, again, we need to crawl before we walk. And so, if the first step in the process is to find the ability to get into a trade at a good time. So we need signals that tell us when we should be going long and when we should be going short at a most optimal time. That is the first process that we need to go through before we start moving on to looking for exit indicators and momentum indicators that add another layer of confirmation on top of that signal that we've already gotten. So that's the reason why we haven't really concentrated on any kind of volume, momentum, exit, or confirmation indicators. Is again, we need to start at the beginning and work our way through, not jump to the middle and then work backwards or forward from the middle. So here we are. Nonetheless, we have this indicator, and what we are going to do is, like I said in the last video, we have thrown a EMA, an exponential moving average, onto the price action. And basically what that is doing is it's giving us an idea of trend direction. It's giving us an idea of what way price action is moving, whether it be short term or long term. In this case, it's kind of neither, or it's kind of a medium trend indicator. Something like a 200 EMA would be long term, and something like a 10 EMA would be a very fast short term indicator of price action movement. We've kind of shot for not really the middle, but something that gives us kind of a medium trend direction. And so what we are looking for is we are looking for price action to be either above the EMA or below the EMA. And we are looking for the moment where we get a green cloud from the Bollinger Band. So green cloud, again, means that there is momentum happening in the market. Red cloud means that that momentum is lacking, that it's losing momentum. And so now keep in mind, in the last video, as I kind of pointed out a little bit, you could also technically use that as kind of a divergence type setup. So if you're looking for reversal moves, if you're looking for kind of the peaks, then the red cloud would be technically decent at indicating when momentum is starting to weaken in an overall move. Hence, at that point, that price action might change direction. But in this case, we're looking for only the green moves, only the green cloud. And so as it changes to green, we might even be able to do this. let's see. Wow, there are a lot. Nope, never mind. We will, well, actually, let's do this. Do this real fast here. And so what I'm doing is I am just turning off or whiting out the red portion of the indicator. And so that way, all we can see at that point is, there we go. So at this point, all we can see is the shades of green appearing. And then that will give us, again, an idea of when momentum is coming into the market. And then the EMA itself gives us the direction in which we need to go. So above the EMA is a long, below the EMA is a short, and the Bollinger Band wide and narrow tells us at what point we would enter, because momentum is now increasing and we should, in all likelihood, get a good move either down or up. So that's how we're going to be testing it today. Let's get on with it and see what we can get out of this style of trading. Let's see. So we are above the EMA and we picked up a green signal here on this one, and you can see that it did work out. Actually, let's measure this out and double check that we didn't spike this bottom here and stop us out. Yep, unfortunately it did. Spiked to the bottom and stopped us out right there on that candle. That is unfortunate because then it continued to move up from there, actually hitting what would have been our take profit. Now, keep in mind that I am testing this indicator, same exact pair, same exact year, and so that way we can compare them side by side to get an understanding of whether or not this way of trading it works better than the other way that we attempted to trade it. All right, so we're moving forward now. And there we go. We picked up some green cloud appearing. And we are under the EMA. So now we are in a downtrend. And that one worked out for us rather well. Definitely made it down to take profit. And now, of course, and like I said in the last video, another thing that you could do is you could adjust your stops accordingly. Now, for the sake of being able to back test everything equally, we have set these kind of set in stone take profit and stop loss off of the ATR. But that does not mean that they are the end all be all knowing take profit and stops. You could definitely test this indicator once we get done with it. If it fails to meet the criteria, you could test it on a few other stops and take profit type scenarios, like possibly setting the stop below the EMA, trailing it below the EMA, something along those lines. In that case, this one would have been a winning trade here. So in some cases, having a wider stop actually puts you at more of an advantage. Most people will tell you that your stop and take profit, that your stop loss has to be much smaller than your take profit, but that isn't always necessarily true. Let's see, we are over here. We picked up a short trade over here on this side. We would have been about right there. That would have gotten us to take profit. Oops. All right, we're moving forward now. Now this is interesting in this particular case because what we have here is the green cloud appeared while we were under the EMA, and then it reversed, it spiked up above the EMA, and the green cloud is still appearing. Now I'm going to take that as a valid entry as well because the cloud is there, it's showing momentum. Price action has spiked above the EMA, now telling us that we should be going long and that there is momentum behind the long move that is taking place. So I'm going to actually go ahead and count that one as a win as well. And then we would add that to the conditional setup that needed to take place for us to enter a trade. So we would then say that as long as the green cloud is in place, signifying momentum, if the price action breaks the EMA in one direction or another, that is a valid signal as well. Now we probably won't get too many of those, but nonetheless. All right, so now we are on a short right there, and that one also got us to take profit. Let's keep playing this out. And so yes, as I was saying, if your stop loss is significantly larger than your take profit, all that means is that your system has to be able to achieve far more wins than it does losses, and you can still have a highly profitable system even if your stops and take profits are, rather far apart. Let's see, we picked up a long signal there, and unfortunately it ended up coming back over here on this side. That would have stopped us out because then it canceled out the original long. We're now in a short. I think that might have actually already hit take profit. Let me measure that out. So we would have been here, let's see, there, down to there. Yep, that one got us to take profit. Barely squeezed it out, but it did. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Getting close to the end of the year. The trading view is starting to freeze up there a little bit. Sometimes it'll do that. Come on. Goes a little glitchy. Let me expand this a little bit. Can't quite tell when. So right here on that. So we would have got stopped out on that upside. No, actually I take that back. It would have been close, but we barely missed getting stopped out, and then it came down, barely touching take profit. It was close, but a win's a win. Picked up one right here. That one does not look like it's gonna do very well. Nope. That one stopped us out. Keep playing it forward here. Getting pretty close to the end of the year. Just kind of bouncing along here. Looks like a reasonable range filter, this indicator. Definitely seems to keep us out of ranging markets. I mean, maybe if, maybe using it in, kind of in that way might be, I guess it still kind of has to have the cloud appearing, but yeah, thinking of it as a range filter might be something beneficial to us, which again really is a momentum indicator. It is a sign of momentum, sign of movement. All right, it looks like that is the end of the year there. Definitely is. All right, so there we have it. Yeah, looks a lot different than the first test, most definitely. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we have 10 signals all together. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So looky there, looky there. We have met the 60% criteria. That was considerably better than the first test that we did. So that just goes to show you that thinking outside the box a little bit, I mean, I guess we didn't really think outside the box. I guess this was probably more of the way that this indicator was meant to be traded. But being able to identify what an indicator can do and kind of dissect where it may be strong and where it may be weak, even if we don't have a lot of information on, its ability, can be, something that is very valuable. All right, so what do we say about this one? Again, it's not an entry indicator. That's where I keep running into a little bit of an issue. So what we are currently looking for are entry indicators. And again, it's not. What it is a momentum, a volume indicator, a range filter. It, could be classified as a few different things, but not an entry indicator technically. But it's a winning indicator. It did really well and can definitely be applied, possibly, definitely. Uh, yeah, I know that's contradicting. So it could possibly be applied to our overall end trading system. At the moment, again, I don't think it's going to help us much as far as an actual entry goes, and only an entry, but we're going to put it on the yes list and we'll move on to the next indicators from here. Also, I wanted to remind everybody that you have just a couple more days to make sure that you have subscribed to the channel to be entered into winning our first ever giveaway. We set a 1,000 subscriber giveaway back when the channel was still relatively new. And what we are doing is we are giving away $200 to 2 random subscribers. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. So we are picking 2 random subscribers and we are giving away $200, $150 to one subscriber, $50 to the other subscriber. Now, to be eligible to win, you need to do 2 things. Subscribe to our channel and join our Discord server. Discord is absolutely free. It doesn't cost anything to join Discord. It's basically just a group communication platform. And so YouTube makes it rather difficult for me to see my subscribers and their usernames. And so to make it fair, where I could see everybody who's eligible, I am going to pick the 2 random subscribers from our Discord server. I'm going to pick them tomorrow. So November 30th, I'm going to officially pick the 2 winners, randomly pick them by number draw. And then from there, on December 1st, the video that I put out on December 1st will announce the 2 winners. And then from there, we'll confirm that you meet the criterias and you will be the official winners at that point. So again, it's not too late. Subscribe to the channel, join our Discord to be eligible to win the giveaway. If you have not already, like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell notification so that way you are notified anytime I post a new video. As part of the team, it's important that you are seeing the new videos as they come out so you know what it is that we are discussing and what indicators we are testing, have tested, and have not tested. Also, like usual, there is a link below in the description to the Discord server. You can join us on Discord so that way we can further discuss the indicators and have discussions as we move forward building our trading system. And lastly, like usual, there is a link below to TradingView. If you like what you see whenever I use TradingView and you are interested in signing up for TradingView, if you use the link below and sign up for a paid account, you will save a little bit of money. So, all right, everybody, I will see you on the next video.